Cozy up to the goodness of the new grilled cheese bacon burger. Angus beef, bacon, and Swiss and American cheese. New grilled cheese bacon burger.
Yo.
Bacon and Swiss and American cheese. New grilled cheese bacon burger.
Yo.
Bacon and Swiss.
Now you can hear me now. I don't know what I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what happened. I don't know. Like, I don't know. But y'all was talking about Big Bank. Shalana, what's happening, baby? Big Bank sold out, y'all. Somebody gotta call him out for it. Somebody gotta call Big Bank out for selling out. Like, it is what it is. Y'all know, on Keep It G News, we don't spare nobody. So if you sold out, and you deserve to be called out for it, this is the channel where it's going to happen at. Straight up. This is the channel where it's going to happen at, man. So Big Bank supposed to did so not only did he sell out, he and Scream stole everything they do from my homeboy. Oh, alright, for real? Who made the Big Facts podcast. They so bold, they stole and shot him. Wow. What's up, Naeem? Man, make sure I found Naeem Edwards, man. She wanted a solid one. One of the ones that ain't willing to sell out. But yeah, he sold out, man. He think nobody noticed. You know, he keep trying to sell this idea of, you know, I ain't in the streets, I'm a podcaster. Yo, but you're interviewing Charleston White, bro. Yo, any guy that interviewed Charleston White, especially a guy that's supposed to have some type of integrity, man, you sold out, bro. You know what I mean? Can't fuck with him. Oh, yeah? Yeah, I don't respect yo, man. Niggas keep like, yo, here, OG in Atlanta. Yeah, yo, but he sold out, bro. He making Atlanta look bad. Atlanta already looking bad. And it's looking even worse. Fuck around with Big Bank. So, he ain't want to interview Honeycomb Brazy because some of the things Honeycomb Brazy said. But he had Charles White on that bitch 4 or 5 times. No, y'all. I'm tired of letting yo slide. I'm tired of giving them a pass. No more passes for Big Bank. He tried to sell niggas this idea of, you know, I ain't in the streets no more. So that means you just lose all your morals. So you're not in the streets no more means you just lose all your morals, which means you allow a guy to come on your platform who disrespect the dead, disrespect people's kids, disrespect women. Yo, if that's the case, yo, then yo, we need the streets. If the streets is holding people to a certain level of morals and principles that otherwise they wouldn't have it if they didn't identify with the streets, yo, we need the streets. Straight up. The streets was doing more good than people like to recognize. If having morals and principles is a street rule, and since these guys now do not identify with the streets, now they're able to separate completely from street rules, yo, we need the streets, yo. Straight up. We need the streets. Because that's what these guys are doing. You know, they trying to separate. Oh, I ain't in the streets no more. I can interview rats. I can interview fuck boys. I can do whatever I want. I'm not bound by no rules, no lie, no guidelines, no laws, no nothing. Then we need the streets back, yo. For real. These niggas out of line, yo. Big Bank out of line. You don't want to interview Honeycomb Brazy because of things he said about Atlanta and the Fuck the Streets campaign. But you got Charles White up that bitch who told on his friends who disrespect dead kids. No, we ain't rocking with that. Nigga need to hold Big Bank accountable. I don't want to hear nothing about no OG in Atlanta. He did that. See, man, I don't give a fuck what he did. He ain't right. And I've been spamming him for weeks now. I've been noticing the bullshit. I ain't been saying nothing. You get up there and grill Rilo, but Charleston White your man. Nah, bro. Nah, we can't stand for that. We ain't standing for that. Rilo did, even though he told y'all get up there and grill Rilo so bad that they had to take the interview down. But Charleston White your man though. We ain't doing that. Said I ain't. He also said he a hater who absolutely stopped somebody else's bag he don't like. Oh yeah. He a clown. So he a gatekeeper. So he gatekeeper. But that goes right along with, you know, once I see a person sacrifice their morals and principles for views, then anything else said about them that's negative, it makes it so much easier to believe. I can believe he said that. I'm sure he did say that. I know you ain't gonna say it if he didn't say it, but even if you didn't say that, I can, you know, I can see him being that type of guy. It's a fuck boy. And niggas hold yo in high regard. Like he this OG, he did this and he did that, yo. But nah, yo, you just as bad as the rest of them niggas down there, man. Just as bad as Gunna, QCP. You ain't no different. And niggas be running up there and tell him like, yo, here, man, of honor. If you want your name clear, you need to go holler at Big Bank. Nope. Nah. Land need to tighten up. Start calling these niggas out for what it is. Like, a lot of people try to adapt this mentality. You know, it's just entertainment and y'all get all of that, bro. But like, yo, when do decorum come into play? You wasn't been interviewing Charleston White. What happened? How you gonna turn Honeycomb Brazy down? Like it don't make sense. How you gonna turn down Honeycomb Brazy, but you fuck with Charleston White? What's up, Mage? I ain't fucking with him. Hold up, y'all. We got bump some music, y'all. I'm on the way in the house, y'all. This is part of the white people. Took my ass in the house. We ready to get rolling. We ready to get on his ass. Nobody gets spared over here, y'all. Hold up.
2 days. Who takes down the decorations 2 days after Christmas? Never mind that. We've got a heck of a game today. Ravens Packers at Lambeau.
Geraldo live on the track.
Yeah. Young Happy Homes. I swear there's too much pain for one young nigga. Them niggas ain't got aim, they just like to pull a trigger. Big dog, but she pullin' things up. She say that she miss it, she call it the big dip. I dive in like a dolphin when I trip, it call me flipper. My flipper made them chickens, I bitch them like that. And LA ballin' like that liquor, but I'm a motherfucking wizard. She thought I would cut her off, then I got my motherfucking scissors. Fuck all of that chit-chat, nigga, where that change at? You play with Young Happy, I'm gon' blow your brains back. I was broke, little nigga, you can get the same side. But if you out here bullshitting, gon' play on the train track. Baby, bust it open, girl, you know that thing fat. She say I fucked her so good, she gon' get my name tapped. A nigga that keep it 100, you ain't never seen that. We hopping on the jet, the places you ain't been yet. Y'all, I was heaven sent. I'm a menace, but I like my bitch intelligent. Yeah. 100 bands, playing CeeLo, fuck that shit up on another Benz. I swear there's too much pain for one young nigga. Them niggas ain't got aim, they just like to pull the trigger. Big God back, she pull the strings off and kiss it. She say that she miss it, she call it the Big Dipper. I dive in like a dolphin when I'm trippin', call me Flipper. My flipper mean them chickens, I pitch them like the fish. In LA ballin' like a liquor, but I'm a motherfucking wizard. She thought I would cut her off, then I got my motherfucking scissors. I'm just speaking facts, GG quarterback, yeah. I do not get sacked, bitch, I get the racks, yeah. Phones in the back, I make their ass attack. You better keep a strap, you know how these young niggas act. And I'm the best to ever do, you hear it through the music. You think you winning with them niggas, bitch, you really losing. I got this money, they comparing me to Frank Lucas. I'm not a rhino, I'm the realest motherfucker moving. And if it ain't about no moolah, my ex, what you say? What you say? Nigga, you ever make 500 bands in a day? Baby, we go somewhere far where you get tan, where you late. I still pull up on your block and get the spread with the gang. There's too much pain for one young nigga. Them niggas ain't got aim, they just like to pull the trigger. Big God back, she pull the strings off and kiss it. She say that she miss it, she call it the Big Dipper. I dive in like a dolphin when I'm trippin', call me Flipper. My flipper mean them chickens, I pitch them like the fish. In LA ballin' like a liquor, but I'm a motherfucking wizard. She thought I would cut her off, then I got my motherfucking scissors.
This side Glizzy made. I'm almost home.
Don't say whatever to get in my head. Don't say you love me.
Hey, bitch, this you?
Yeah, we ain't letting Big Bank slide, man. Straight up. Niggas been giving you a pass. I ain't seen nobody call him out for the fuckery he been a part of, yo. Like, nobody is above criticism. Not me or nobody. And yo, when you see flaw activity, you got to call it out. And yo been moving flaw. Like, how you gonna deny Honeycomb Brazy? But Charles White your man. That's your guy. Charles White just shouted him out on Say Cheese. That's your guy, yo. That don't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to some of y'all. That shit don't make sense to me, man. It's like them boys in Atlanta is willing to sacrifice their morals and principles just for this. I need my fuck clothes. Just for this illusion of Atlanta and Atlanta being the top of the top gang. But they dealing with rats. They're dealing with rats. They're dealing with fuck boys. They selling out. They use each other for clout. It's all about money. I don't know where he from. I know he rap Atlanta, and I know a lot of people say he's solid, but I'm not saying solid from y'all. I'm not saying solid. And I know he would Revolt TV too. I'm not getting solid from Big Bang. Yeah, and LA on some sucker shit too. LA on some sucker shit too. We call him out. Yo, nobody gets spared on Keep It G News, y'all. Nobody gets passes. Nobody gets spared. No, none of that. All bullshit needs to get called out. It do.
Oh, you PJ?
Yeah, we're not going to excuse what he doing just because they do it in Atlanta. I mean, just because they doing it in LA. No, hell no. LA flawed too. Keep going up, no jumper. Yeah, that is what they do. That's exactly what they doing. My thing is, if they select the pilot ticket for the money, when we start accepting that, like, why hasn't nobody called Joe out for what he doing over there? How do you deny Honeycomb Brazy but interview Charleston White? How is that even, How's that going under the radar? Honeycomb Brazy called out Atlanta. I already go to it. DJ Academic spoke about it.
To be mine. Jump easy.
That's what DJ Academic spoke about. Honeycomb Brazy. DJ Academics. Honeycomb Brazy. Alright, listen to this, y'all.
Specifically made mention of a few incidents where he felt like Atlanta has
So Big Bank turned down an interview with Honeycomb Brazy because he called out Atlanta for the snitch shit.
Specifically basically saying, yo, Atlanta's sticking together, y'all. And Honeycomb Brazy has came out after, I don't know if you guys remember his like criticism of Atlanta. He was basically saying, yo, how come Atlanta is moving the goalposts and changing the rules? He specifically made mention of a few incidents where he felt like Atlanta has completely changed how people react to certain things, but it's only because they're trying to protect one of their own. Who's their own? They're talking about Gunna. They're talking about Young Thug. So he had posted a Instagram live and he said this. Check this out. He was talking about the fuck the street stuff.
Tripping. You niggas lost y'all motherfucking mind at this whole boy. What the fuck? I can cry tears, nigga. Y'all disappointed me, boy. All you niggas disappointed me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't want to understand it. Fuck you niggas. I don't understand it. I'm from the streets, nigga. I'm from the street, nigga. What you niggas talking about? What the fuck you niggas talking about? Fuck the street. Boy, I'm from the streets, boy. Man, I'm from the streets, nigga. I ain't from no suburb, nigga. Y'all ain't say fuck the suburb. You nigga, that who handling niggas. That who pin they feet on our neck, nigga. The suburb, them white people stepping on our fucking face. You niggas talking about fuck the street. Nigga, we had to get out the mud. Nigga, y'all niggas tripping out the whole nigga. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want no understanding. I ain't got no understanding. Nigga, I ain't trying to get no clout with you niggas. None of that. I'm really me. I'm not clout chasing. Nigga, I'm really me, nigga. Ain't I know y'all niggas stepping. Y'all killers. Y'all will do it. All y'all like that. And I'm ready to die. Nigga, I don't care. On my grandma, nigga, I don't care. The fuck, nigga, come load it up. Do it. Stand over me. Hit me all in the head, boy. Y'all know I don't care about that shit, nigga. Y'all tripping. Fuck the street. Man, listen, my grandma. Boy, my granddaddy died in the streets, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I told my granddaddy to go my mouth in the move, y'all, man. Let's go, man. I got real smoke out here. That's what my grandma said. Man, we ain't going nowhere. Nigga on blood. Nigga ain't said we ain't going nowhere. Fuck them niggas down right here. That's where we from. Nigga, we from that project. We from Happy Hill, nigga. We don't care about your money. It's your money. Take your money, go do what you want to do with it. We ain't leaving this project. Nigga tripping. You niggas that lost you niggas lost y'all motherfucking mind like this whole boy. What the fuck? I can cry tears, nigga.
Now, he continued with a longer diatribe here. Here we go. Hold on.
What's going on? Ain't nobody with him, baby. Ain't nobody. Here we go. That made up. I'm really who I am. I ain't rocking with no trend that's the street. And I mean it, and it is what it is, bro. Niggas in the fed, doing life in the street. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we be feeling like, fuck it. Now, we ain't gonna say them streets like that, though. Y'all saying this shit as a trend, come out the street. Then, 21, you hit me up soon I got out. The last time, 2023, boy, I go post on Rollo. Boom, me and Rollo found go and get with that boy 21, jump in my DM. Boom, 09 Braves. Hey, that boy ain't right. He ain't it. I'm like, Lord, for real? I'm like, damn, Rollo telling like shit. I'm he say,
Yo, 21 Savage did wrong for that. Yo, if they accepting rats in Atlanta, then Rollo need to be the motherfucking first candidate. Them boys owe Rollo an apology, man. For real. And y'all know I've been one of the main people telling everybody Rollo was a rat. And he is. But if Atlanta rappers, I ain't talking about the streets of Atlanta, I'm just talking about the rappers of Atlanta. If the rappers are in Atlanta is accepting snitching and accepting rats, then your Rollo need to be back in, y'all. Rollo don't need to be exiled. For real. This should have never exiled Rollo. If that's what they was doing down there, yo. I mean, I'm standing on that. If they out there fucking with rats in Atlanta, then 21 Savage shouldn't be calling nobody saying, you know that boy ain't right. No, yo, cause Rollo probably more solid. Well, not more solid, but Rollo probably done more for the streets of Atlanta than all them niggas. You feel me? Probably fed the streets of Atlanta. More one of them boys, man. So for them to Rollo off by hanging with QCP and tell Young Thug that him and Gunna need to get back cool, they did wrong. Who didn't know Rollo a rat? How you a drug dealer who talk about? I mean, no, what I'm saying, I know everybody know Rollo's a rat. Well, everybody don't know. But what I'm saying is, in Atlanta, they select the politicking. So if you select the politicking, and niggas knew QCP wasn't right, niggas been knew Gunna wasn't right, and they still rock with these dudes, you know? They still hung with these dudes. They still did songs with them. My thing is, why y'all doing that shit to Rollo? Why y'all doing that shit to Rollo? Rollo, if anybody deserve a pass, it would be Rollo. If niggas giving passes out for rat. Hold on, I'm getting my computer. Hey, let's do ass up. God. But do that make sense to people though? Or am I tripping? I'm talking about the rappers. I know it's niggas. I know it's solid dudes in Atlanta that ain't standing for that shit. But what I'm saying is, it's rap Atlanta. It's co-signing rats. Tony Savage can try to shape it up how he want to shape it up. But we heard what he said loud and clear. We heard what he said. Gunna need to get back cool with Thug. Niggas knew Gunna wasn't right. He hired that QCP. Told QCP he was down bad. But he was putting on the young niggas. So my thing is, niggas should have never did Rallo that way. I see why Rallo was that mad. Because he know niggas fucking with rats. He knows this. I mean, he's fully aware that in Atlanta, niggas is fucking with rats. And niggas co-sign them. Niggas getting money with them. Niggas hang with them. Are we clear, y'all? The fuck? I hate this fucking phone. So my thing is, bad, y'all. No nothing. Clemson, what it do? But niggas fucking with KCP. And just out here talking about it again. No, you missing the point, bro. You're not understanding what I'm saying. I can understand. Trying to figure out. No, you don't understand, y'all, because this not about Rallo. This about is in Atlanta co-signing rats. And why did they treat Rallo this way? That's what I'm saying. They co-signing rats, but yet Rallo got exiled. Why they throw Rallo out but hang with QCP? No, we talking about all them niggas. We talking about QCP. We talking about all the rats that they co-signing. QCP told, man. QCP.
You don't ain't nobody.
And we talking about Big Bank. What the fuck, y'all? My computer died. And we talking about Big Bank as well. Big Bank just turned down Honeycomb Brazy interview. Big Bank just turned down Honeycomb Brazy interview. Because Honeycomb Brazy still doing business. But he interviews Charleston White frequently. Excuse me. Charleston White is a frequent guest on Big Facts Podcast. I'm just saying, it's a lot of selective politicking going on down there, yo. It's a lot of selective politicking going on. I don't like how Big Bank being praised. Like he an OG and he well respected. But nobody's calling him out for interviewing Charleston White, who ain't got no morals. Yo, you can't separate. I don't give a fuck what people was telling you. You cannot separate content from character. When you align yourself with Charleston White, you align yourself with everything that Charleston White says. So if you disagree with the things that he say, he shouldn't be on your platform. Unless you grilling him about the things that he say. But you should be bringing him on your platform. Man, see, there you go. Yo, telling the truth, not hating, man. Telling the truth, not hating. So, James Coleman, in your world, you can't call people out? In James Coleman world, right? When you see people moving sideways, you can't call them out without it being called hating? Nobody's hating on Charleston White. Hating would allude to me wanting to, be in his position. No, I don't want that. He can have that. Nah, Charles White he's a clown. He's a bozo. He falls out with everybody he around. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you what it is. Nobody's hating on Charleston White. There's nothing to hate on. Look at him. You see how he dressed? You see how he conduct himself? What is there to hate on? Well, see? And your world is fucked up, because in my world, perception is reality. In my world, the things that's been the imagery or the how we portrayed on the internet matters. You understand? Your world is small. The internet consists of billions of people. And how we're portrayed on this internet, how we're on this internet, it matters, man. I'm just talking about how much of a clown he is. You feel me? So it's a damn shame that people don't understand perception is reality. Like, how many times we gotta have, you must be new here. Yo. The character assassination of black people started in the late 80s, early 90s. Of black men. Yo, we still haven't got past the narratives of Boys in the Hood, Medicine Society, South Central, what was it called? South Central, Tales from the Crypt. All these classic movies that depicted black men as vicious, ruthless criminals. As a whole, we still haven't moved past that. That narrative was ran so perfectly that 25, 30 years later, we still can't move past that. Yo, when a lot of black men are taking care of their kids, a lot of black men are taking care of their families, a lot of black men ain't going to jail, but that's not the narrative. That's not the narrative. Yo, you have to understand, as a black person in America, that perception is reality. And how we are viewed on this internet, how we are viewed in movies, how we are viewed in TV shows matters. It matters. Because, James, the people that know you just know you. You know, you don't know a million people. But these movies, these interviews, these podcasts, these influencers reach billions. And if they're reaching billions and they're not giving an accurate depiction of what a black man is, then they're hurting us. Does that make sense, James? Or you still need more explanation? They're hurting us. So stop being dumb, y'all. And tighten up. I can't explain it no better than that. Hope you got it. People, that's just the most ignorant thing in the world, yo. As a black person in 2025, to not understand imagery. Like, how in 2025, as a black adult male, how don't you understand imagery and how important it is? If it wasn't important, yo, we wouldn't have Sexy Reds. We wouldn't have Snoop Dogg in the 90s. We wouldn't have NWA. If it wasn't important, we wouldn't have these people. These people are around for a reason. These people was portrayed in this light for a reason. Charleston White is portrayed as ignorant for a reason. He got an agency behind him. They don't have a name. He never mentioned the name of the agency. But he has an agency behind him, man. Who puts money behind Charleston White? Would you put with the rhetoric that Charleston White spews as a black man in America? If you care about black people, would you back that? Would you watch the Charleston White video, listen to him, be like, yo, with $1 million behind y'all. Yo, it doesn't matter, yo. It doesn't matter. It's history for the internet. See, this is the thing, James. Let me explain something to you. Every activist, right, is doing it because they care about the people. You know, there's money in nonprofits. There's money in nonprofits. You understand what I'm saying? Just because a person was a so-called, my son's an activist. Look at him. He been out there protesting and rioting and picketing and doing all the things that a person that identifies or a supporter of black people would so-called do, right? But he aligned himself with Black Lives Matter, which was a fucking scam. One of the biggest scams ever ran on black people. I don't give a fuck what he did. Why did he do it is what matters. If Charleston White really cared about black people, right? When he was broke, when he got money, he just stayed on that path. Did that make sense, James? If Charleston White cared about black people, when he got money, he just stayed on that path. Yo, you can't be an honorable man in real life and be an asshole on the internet and deserve and get respect. Well, explain to me the history, because I think he's an FBI agent. What do you think? I think he's the police. I think he's COINTELPRO. I think he's here to push rhetoric and stereotypes on black people. So what do you think? Fuck no. How he calling snitches out when he's a rat? Yo, I'm not a gang member, yo. I don't respect gang banging. You understand? I have never been on this platform praising gang members. Depending on where you at, I think a lot of it speaks to your character. You know, I think most people that join gangs, depending on where you at, because it depends on where you at, is joining gangs for protection. So when we start respect, so you must not be black, James. So black people and the FBI never got along. Black people and police never got along. And it wasn't black people's fault. The police broke the trust between them and the community. It was a time, yo, when police used to stick dubs on black. But you can't keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing a group of people and expecting them not to fight back. You remember that time? Look it up. They were sticking their dubs on, spraying us with fire hoses, hitting us with clubs. We didn't fight back. Black people didn't break the trust with police. Police broke the trust with black people, man. And any black person that sides with the police, he can't be trusted. That's just what it is. So if you black and you fucking looking at him and say, well, he say he's the police. I don't know who your people is. I don't know who the fuck your people is. Because if your people identify or align yourself with Charles White, then you're not my people. Charles White is a bozo. He goes to conservative platforms and talk bad about black people. That's what he does. He went to an all-white conservative platform and said Carmelo Anthony deserved life in prison. That's what you fuck with? No, y'all. Nope. I don't think everybody move the same. But if you ain't moving like me, you ain't moving at all. We ain't moving together. I don't believe all skin folk is kinfolk. I believe some of these niggas is ops. I don't give a fuck how black you is. I don't give a fuck if you're a descendant of slaves. I listen to your message. And if your message don't identify with mine, then you against me, man. It ain't no middle ground on Keep It G News. It's either you with it or you against it. That's it. Charles White is against it. Because he pushes lies, he pushes nonsense, he pushes rhetoric. He disses people, dead children, disrespects them. And he do all that, but side with the police. He's a bitch. If you gonna move like that, nigga, stand on it. You can't move like that and say, yo, I'm gonna call police on you. No, stand on it. Willing to face all your consequences. No. When it comes down to Charleston White, yeah. Yep. When it comes down to Charleston White, if you don't see it like I see it, yeah, you're against me. Because he's a bozo. Like, I don't think you can just be real sometimes. It's either you real or you ain't. There's no middle ground. There's no in between. There's no none of that. It's either you real or you ain't. I don't got time to be picking through what's real and what's fake. Because he the police, bro. Told you that. He the police. Ain't nobody trying to go to jail, fuck around with this dumb ass. Niggas ain't that nigga scared of him. You think somebody's scared of Charles White? Yo, he got one eye. Charles White's 120 pounds with one eye. He's not, nobody's in fear of him at all. He the police. And people know if you hurt him, you're going to prison. Just like he did to Quit Flip Vino. That man sent Quit Flip Vino to jail from Houston, Texas when Vino was in Atlanta. You try. File a complaint on somebody on social media from another state. See if they followed through with it. They locked that man up and gave him a $350,000 bail, man. Yo, everybody should agree that Charles White is a bozo. To their face, how he feels. Nobody tells Dope Boys to respond to this nigga online. That's stupid. So, in your mind, hey James, so in your world, you just allow him to just push nonsense. Your words have meaning. And I know they say sticks and stones might break my bones, but your words hurt. You can't be out here just disrespecting people. I don't care what he does off the internet. It don't matter what he does off the internet. Yo, if I'm selling dope, destroying the community Monday through Friday, and on Saturday I have a cookout, do that make me an honorable person? If I'm destroying the community, selling dope to my own people, Monday through Friday, and on Saturday, I'm giving out book bags for the kids, am I honorable? Let me know. Would I be considered an honorable person? Yeah, but just because you don't pay him attention, that don't mean he don't got influence. No, I don't defend dope boys and gangsters. I tell people get out the streets. I tell people the streets ain't worth it. I tell people the streets ain't dangerous. But I also understand the dynamics and what makes the streets. I also understand the economics that makes the streets. I'm not defending anything. But I also understand you got to do what you got to do to survive as well. I also understand that the structure that puts certain people in situations where they might feel like they don't have their options is limited. No, bro. You making it about you. I'm talking about in general. It's bigger than you. The world is bigger than you. The world consists of millions and billions of people. It's millions of black people in the United States. Fuck you. Fuck me. You understand? There's people that listens to Charleston White and listen to a lot of these fuck boys, and they adapt their ideology because their opinions are so strong. Meanwhile, they're being misled. Did that make sense to you? They're being misled. Charles White doesn't have a message. You can't diss the gangbangers and diss King Von, then turn around and diss the dead too. Charles White is a person that never had an identity. He never had an identity. He's still trying to find himself. Like what 40-year-old man just found their self? Like you didn't know who you was at 20? You didn't know who you was at 15, 16, 17? You had to get you was 40 to now find who you really are? Yo, what did we call? That's a clown, man. He just said it. This is not my words. This is his. He didn't have an identity when he was a kid. He watched movies and copied what he's seen on movies and found himself locked up for fucking murder. Then told on his friend. You can't say the gangbangers and dope boys doing what they have to do because you don't make that choice. What? I don't understand that. You gotta write that over, y'all. I don't understand what that means. Yo, black sellouts has always been the biggest problem in the black community. Always. Malcolm X talked about it. Martin Luther King talked about it. That's what COINTELPRO was. Black sellouts destroyed the black community. What he did over there on Say Cheese was he basically tried to talk him into selling out. That's what he did. Watch the interview again. He tried to talk him into selling out. Now, Sean Cotton sold out on his own, you know, with the shit that he put out. But he wanted them to sell out to the white man. That's what he wanted them to do. Watch the interview over. Yo, I have been a dope boy. I have been a gangster. I'm not a YouTuber, bro. I'm not just a guy on YouTube talking, bro. Trust me, people know me in real life. Like I'm not Seti Nash. I'm not 1090 Jake. I'm not academics. People know me, yo. You feel me? Like I ain't one of them guys, man. Do I look like one of them guys? How am I contradicting myself? You say I'm not a dope boy or a gangbanger, so how can I come to that conclusion? I'm telling you, I have been. I have been. How am I contradicting myself? But now my focus, you know, I didn't play the role in the destruction of black people. Now my goal is to try to correct it. You understand? No, yo. But you don't demonize the people that's still doing it. That's the issue. It's not that you overcome it. You don't overcome it and then start looking down on the people that's still in it. You don't do that. Because people change. But what happened is in our community, yo, they locking us up so young and we dying so young that, yo, you don't never even get a chance to see the change in people. All you got is a small sample size of the life they live, and you characterize the way they live as that, like a King Von. I think if King Von would have made it to see 35, yo, we probably seen a whole different King Von, yo. But since he died young, died misled, misguided, you know, all we got to go off is King Von was this, King Von was that, he was a killer, he did this, he did that. Recall King Von killing nobody innocent if he killed anybody. You understand? Everything we heard about King Von, it was about him beefing with somebody, and it was gang activity. It wasn't innocent people being harmed. I feel totally different, or I think totally different about innocent people being harmed than I think about people that's moving in the confines of the streets. When you're moving in the confines of the streets, you know what you get yourself into. You know, you or at least you should. Yeah, but did he hurt anybody innocent? Did he kill any kids? Yo, in the Bible it says, yo, don't shed innocent blood. Innocent blood. It don't say don't shed blood. It says don't shed innocent blood. From what we know about King Von, if he killed anybody, I don't think these people was innocent. I think these same people would have killed him if they had the chance. I think in certain cities, it's kill or be killed. I think in certain cities, people are dying to live. People are dying to live, right? Not living to dying. You understand the difference? Certain cities are so treacherous, so vicious that, yo, motherfuckers gotta die to survive, man. It's just, it is what it is. Should it be that way? No. But that's what it is, y'all. And as people, as any mammal, any human being, you gotta adapt to your environment. You understand? So if you living in a hazardous environment, there's gonna be a percentage of people that adapt to that environment. They're gonna adapt that culture that environment showed them. And that's any group of people. It's not just black people. It's not just white people. That's wherever you at. Any group of people. Let's get back to honeycomb reason. That shit is stupid, man. I do. Yo, I've never been on here promoting the streets. I know the streets are dangerous. I know the streets is treacherous. But I will also never say fuck the streets either, because it's not all bad. It's not all bad. You know, a lot from the streets.
And 21, you hit me up. Soon I got out the last time, 2023. I go post on Rollo.
Yo, is we clear? Yo, let me know if we clear, y'all.
Boom, me and Rollo found go get with that boy 21. Jump in my DM. Boom, 09 Braves. Hey, that boy ain't right. He ain't it. I'm like, no, for real? Like, damn, Rollo telling like shit. I mean, he said, you don't see what's going on. Ain't nobody with him, baby. Ain't nobody. I'm like, shit, I get to watching the trying to see what's going on, but I ain't from Atlanta, so I'm like, it is some personal shit. I don't know what's going on. So I just don't take a nigga word. I'm like, I'm gonna be seeing myself a little bit. Like, now this shit look kind of funny, though. I don't know. Like, okay, them boy popped down on me. Everybody cut Rollo fam going out. Little baby, everybody cut him out. Everybody, thug, everybody cut him out. But now, we swept that under the rug, though. Now, we swept that under the rug. We gonna let Gunna get out. And they be rapping like a mom. Gunna too hard, but we listen to he can tell. Fuck, he business. We know what's going on. We love Gunna. Alright, cool. That's your people. That's y'all do y'all thing. You heard me? Do y'all motherfucking thing. Do y'all fucking thing then. I'm straight. I'm good on there. On my grandma, I'm good. I'm good. They can't buy braids out. Y'all can do my blackball me. They can't do my blackball braids. I'm good.
Yeah,
Now,
Honeycomb
maybe it's
Brazy, he's totally right. Yo, they should never did Rilo that way, man. You're not gonna get to all them young niggas. Shit, man. Man, you know how many people that reached out to me, yo, and appreciate what I say and the message I deliver? Young niggas, old niggas. Yo, a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people, they don't want to be in the streets. They just don't know how to get out. It's hard to get out if you ain't got the financial means to do it. You know, one of the easiest things people always say is, well, why don't you just move? Okay, you know how hard it is to just move? Like you gotta have money to just move. For one, you gotta have resources to just you can't in a lot of situations. Like it's not that simple. Not that simple. Especially when you're dealing with the education factor and how education is lacking in some of our communities. It ain't this simple to get up and go, yo. But I've said on my platform many times, one of the best things you can do is get out your city and move to another city. But you gotta have the financial means to do it. And a lot of people just don't got it. You understand? And you gotta be willing to get a chance.
He has confirmed that the blackball has since happened. So after these, apparently he had an interview with Atlanta-based podcaster Big Bank. And he's the one who did the infamous interview with Doug. He just did one with Savage. And apparently Honeycomb Brazy was supposed to do an interview with him. And he came with some news today to say, yo, he said one thing about them Atlanta niggas, they going to stick together. Big Bank don't even want to do the interview no more. I'm thinking Big Unc was a real one. That boy hit my phone like, hey, man, I fuck with you. Respect what you standing on, but these my people. I'm like, what the hell? That's your celly?
That's crazy, though. So you willing to stand behind snitch culture because they're your people, but you bring Charleston White on there who got a nigga 99 years at 15 years old. That don't make sense. Like, why are people allowing Big Bank to get away with that shit? Appreciate it. Like, how's Big Bank getting the pass? How do you say this to Honeycomb Brazy, but Charleston White told on a 15-year-old 99 years in prison, but he's a recurring guest? Come on, man. Yo, we can't keep doing that, man. We can't keep selective politicking like that, man. Big Bank out of line, man.
Oh, gee. So I went to No Jumper, but you disappointed me. I can't even call you OG no more. He also gets some smoke to Moneybagg Yo.
And Honeycomb on a No Jumper too. Like, nobody gets a pass, man. You don't go to No Jumper, Honeycomb Brazy. Now he's forever flawed. I told y'all, whoever goes to No Jumper, you don't get no respect over here, man. No Jumper don't deserve a black person on his platform. Ever.
And I believe Finesse 2 times. He said, and Moneybagg Yo, your ass ain't teach a nigga shit about the feds. Pooh came home and dropped one song and explained more about the feds than your whole tape. Then he also posted that Finesse 2 times was watching the shit. He said, Finesse, you laughing at what I said about Moneybagg? He said, straighten that rumor up. The fuck you want? I'm finna just get off the net because I see what's going on for real. I'm nigga left. Okay. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I like this move. I do like this move. And you know what my problem with Atlanta is now? I hate when people act like they're standing on a code. There is no code. So this idea that there's some street code, no. Because there can't be a set of rules if you selectively apply the rules. So there's no rules. I wish Atlanta rappers would just come out and say, yo, we're playing for keeps. We love what we got going on here. We've been running the rap game for a long time. And a lot of friends and damn near family that we've built over decades. We're not turning on them for no little ass, pussy ass interrogation video. And I would appreciate that. Because that's really what it is, right? Atlanta is protecting the thug. They're protecting this, they're protecting that. They're not applying the same rules. They they're all stuttering when you ask them certain questions. So, all right, so he's a snitch, but what about him? I think it's just more respectable because I ain't gonna lie, we all pick and choose to some extent. Chad, don't we? When it comes to your friend, we pick and choose. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to my friends, I pick and choose. Right? Y'all say something bad about my friend, I'm gonna research it 30 times. About my op, I don't need to even do the research. Fuck it. It is what it is. But I could be honest about it. I think what's happening in Atlanta is that they're trying to pick and choose, but they're trying to act like they're keeping it all the way 100 across the board. That's not the case. So here's the thing. If Big Bank, which by the way, Big Bank I think is the premier podcast coming out of Atlanta, if he didn't want to interview Honeycomb Brazy because he's kind of like talking really down on a lot of Atlanta rappers, and he's basically saying this guy did that and this guy did that and you guys are hypocritical, I think that Big Bank has the, it's his platform. He could do that. However, he can't call himself neutral and impartial. He should say, yo, I'm Atlanta first. You see, we're now in a time where everybody is playing for keeps. This is why you see like this new, and I hate to bring it to politics, but I've been watching a lot of politics and kind of.
Yo, and he don't need to be speaking on this. He's not qualified to even have this conversation. Like, yo, these are some of the conversations that DJ Academics need to stay out of. Like, he's a square, like a big square. You understand what I'm saying? Like, 4 corners type shit. Like, certain conversations he just needs to stay knowledgeable enough. Well, he doesn't, he's just not knowledgeable enough to speak on this at all.
It's kind of entertaining for me.
Look, it's entertaining.
That's why you see like this new movement of like maybe like the right wing is popping up. The Nick Fuentes of the world. And yo, people want to do. What that mean?
What the
it
fuck
means
they
don't give a fuck what's going on in Germany, China, Hungary. They don't give a fuck what's going on in Ukraine, Israel.
Man, he's a Jamaican. He's not even an American. You got to provide context, yo, when these people are talking.
Jerusalem. They don't give a fuck what's going on in Palestine. America first, then we'll get to y'all bitch ass niggas. Respectfully. And that's a movement where you're having Americans basically say, yo, hold on now. We don't know what the fuck going on in Venezuela. Fuck them niggas. Are kind of into the movement that says it's us before them. And I kind of rock with it. I do rock with it. When we elected, I feel like I'm getting political now. When we elected Barack Obama, we wish he had that mentality. We was like, yo, listen, at the end of the day, I'm the president of everybody, but I'm black. So I got to do some black shit first.
No, Obama wasn't black. You see what I'm saying? Obama wasn't black like me, like some of y'all. This is what I be meaning by, like, yo, stick to rap music, bro. Talk about shit you know about. Be an insider when it comes down to hip hop. That's what he thrive at. Anything outside of that lane, he's detrimental. Anything outside of hip hop, yo, DJ Academics is detrimental. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Your real black people that understand knows Obama wasn't black. Not like, he was black by the definition, but he ain't black by the struggle. You understand what I'm saying? The struggle is what makes you black in America. Struggle. The heritage, the history is what makes you black in America. Not just your skin color.
That's what people want shit, or people care about shit that benefit them.
Hey, Nico,
we all pick and choose.
shut your ass up.
Right? So, like, for example, if you're somebody who's like, you're against genocides and you're against, innocents being killed, you're going to count what's going on in Australia. There was a mass shooting. But if you're on some shit saying, hey, yo, I'm America first, you know what it says? You're going to pick and choose and you're going to prioritize. I think that's what Atlanta got going on right now. Atlanta the whip. I don't care what y'all niggas say, not getting kicked out of the whip, but they're trying to just change like that. No. I wish I should say, Doug is a legend. He's the heart and soul of a lot of the shit that's came out of here. I don't care what he did on camera. We're never turning against him. Fuck that. And That's what I think the mentality is. And yes, Honeycomb Brazy, why the hell you gonna go to an Atlanta-based podcast to go criticize their people? They're Atlanta first. Now, I say that to say I wish other regions would do that. Because Atlanta is now showing us their true colors. They're Atlanta first. New York is not New York first. Every other place, when you think about demographic-wise, when it comes to music, they're not their people first. Niggas been saying that. New York people play more Atlanta music than Atlanta. If you were a New York artist, you probably could get played quicker on an Atlanta radio station.
Yeah, I don't think New York people play more Atlanta music than Atlanta. Now, if you just want to say the radio station, which is controlled, then maybe. But I don't even know if that's true. But I can see that more than saying New York people play more Atlanta music than Atlanta. I think that is like a serious
than a New York radio station. New York fuck with other regions more than they fuck with theirs. You know regions like that. They jack other regions more than themselves. They're not going to be like, yo, it's us first. It's never that. So when you watch how Atlanta is moving, because everybody is dick rolling giving Atlanta years, or how they're so dope, they don't got no beef. We thought they had no beef. They're so perfect. We get to see their true colors now. Atlanta is Atlanta first. Even when it's wrong, they call it right. Even when they will get you out the paint if you are critical of what they don't care. Yo, they glad that New York niggas fuck with them. They glad that they get fucked with on the West Coast and the Midwest and shit, even in Miami and the South. Cool. But Atlanta's Atlanta first. And I can't knock it. I can't knock it, y'all. Make Atlanta great again. That's the new MAGA. Make Atlanta great again. And they're not shy about. We could criticize each other. Yeah, Pluto and Savage may not see eye to eye, but we gonna piece it up. Yeah, I know he snitched on him, but we gonna sweep it under the rug. We gonna do what we gonna have to do, but Atlanta gonna choose Atlanta. I respect that. I respect that wholeheartedly.
I don't respect it at all.
Now, as everybody watches Atlanta show their true colors, it's on you for you to, if you're in your city jacking Atlanta first, you need to have, and I ain't gonna lie to you, New York did have that type of mentality, but I feel like people like kind of got it out of there. What Atlanta is showing every other city right now is that a lot of cities, they write off their own city and basically dick ride another city, thinking that city is what comes, and you basically shit on your own city. So basically, okay, you see some dudes doing bad, maybe they doing wrong, whatever. You throw them to the wolves. Nah, fuck these niggas. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, niggas ain't like that. You know, the closest, not really anymore, but Philly used to kind of have something like that. Philly used to have a motto, stay out of a Philly podcast when you just been talking shit about Atlanta. Where you from, Memphis?
Yeah, well, but I thought that, you know, all content was good. You know, why when we start doing that? That's not how they ran content. You know, they always ran content where they let one side speak and then they let the other side speak. It wasn't even no such thing as instigating. Why change now? You know what I mean? I don't agree with that. That's not how they typically run. They bring one rapper on their platform, they bring another rapper on their platform and let them duke it out. You know, if somebody die in the process, so hey, so be it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. But now Big Bank has an issue. He signed with Atlanta because Honeycomb Brazy called them niggas out for rap. Nah, we ain't doing that. No, you select the politic and we ain't letting that slide. That shit bogus. If that's how you rock like that all the way. You know, don't just rock like that when it's convenient. We ain't doing that. Big Bank sold out and I ain't fucking with him. And don't nobody get no pass. All sucker shit needs to be called out. He's hiding under this umbrella as a OG in Atlanta, but he's moving wild. And it is what it is. But it's late. I'm ready to take my ass to sleep. Y'all appreciate everybody that tapped in. Make sure you share the live. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the hype button. It's another day, KBG News. And I'm